Hey, what's going on everyone? In today's video I'm going to be showing you how you can fix the iPhone not charging issue. So this can be incredibly frustrating if you've just come home, you've got 5 or 10% left, and then you go in to plug in the iPhone and there's just no charge going in whatsoever. And alternatively, you may be having a problem when you put in the charger and it keeps going in and out every 2 seconds, it keeps vibrating. There's not a secure connection of the charger. So I'm going to run through a few steps and solutions that I've used personally and some other ones that I've found on the internet that have also worked for other iPhone users. So the very first thing we want to do to ensure that the iPhone is charging correctly, and that is to go straight to the power source itself. So you want to get your charger, try it in a different power outlet, and that'll just kind of confirm whether that outlet is working or not. And if the iPhone is still not charging, also try using a different charger, maybe ask a friend, or just try and charge it off another cable at another part of the classroom or house. So this will give you a clear indication of whether it's the actual charger itself or the iPhone. And I'd also recommend buying an authentic iPhone charger. If you get those cheap $2 ones from eBay or Amazon, they can really be detrimental to your battery life, and they can also cause other problems down the track as well. So once you've got this out of the way, then we can move on to another step. So the very first thing that I'd recommend is getting your charger. Doesn't matter what type of iPhone you have. This works for the newer iPhone 8s, 10s, and also the older iPhone 4s and 5s as well. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and you want to get the actual connector and you want to insert that in, and then just keep doing that in and out motion 5, 15, 20 times. And what that does is that removes any kind of dirt on the connectors that may have built up. So if you just repeat that process, that can sometimes fix the issue straight away. And then moving on to the next step, if your iPhone is still not charging from that point, it's usually because the actual charge port itself has filled up with dirt, sand, grime, dust, all that kind of stuff. So every time you put your phone into your pocket or your bag, there's just like extra stuff that's hanging around, and over time it can build up in there. And if you try and charge the phone, if there's enough dirt, it will actually block the connector, and thus you'll have no charge. So there's multiple ways you can clean this port. You can go the real old school route. If you ever played Nintendo or Sega, you can actually blow into the port and try and get any of that dust out. So you can just go ahead and do that multiple times, and it's quite surprising that that actually does work quite often. And then you can move on to the next step, and that is actually to get a toothbrush and just kind of get in there, and you want to clean any dirt or grime that has built up. And then you can just repeat this for a couple of minutes, and you want to get in there pretty good and ensure that you're getting in the corners down there, and also cleaning the connectors in there. So I've actually had the no charging issue on my iPhone in the past, and the toothbrush trick is the one that worked for me personally, and this is also a really popular solution for a lot of people out there as well. So if your phone is still not charging after that point, then I'd recommend going on to getting a toothpick or a pin and also getting in there into the charge port. So by using a toothpick or a pin, you're actually getting more kind of precise, and you can get into the locking mechanism of the charging port down the bottom, and then you can actually kind of like scoop out any dust or grime. So I've got my Heisenberg badge, shout out to all the Breaking Bad fans out there, and then I'm just going to use this pin, and then I'm just going to kind of go from the top down, and then just scoop out any dust or grime that has accumulated. And you actually might have to do this multiple times because you will be really surprised of the amount of dirt that will come out. And then when you do this, you can also sometimes feel the dust and filament kind of give way. So if you just repeat that process, you'll actually be surprised how much dirt will come out. And kind of just an extension of that step is to use a Q-tip and get a pair of scissors and then just cut it on an angle. So that'll also give you kind of a nice scooping kind of pinpoint edge that you can also get in there with. So that does the same thing in there as well. And then, as I mentioned before, you just want to repeat this process for a couple of minutes and just get as much dirt out as possible. So hopefully after you've done, after you've checked the power, checked the cable, cleaned the port, inserted the charger multiple times, hopefully that should resolve the issue of the iPhone not charging. So that pretty much wraps up this video, guys. Hopefully this video has helped you. If you've come up with your own solutions or steps, please let me know down in the comment section, as I'll most likely be updating this video in the future. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks.